It's a hot show, and I don't know how it's gonna go. It's a hot show, and I can't guess what's gonna happen next. So come on and join me. Let's do the hot show. Hello, and welcome to the Hot Show. I am Hot the Cat. Thank you so much for being here and watching, or being here to hang out, such as our. I'm going to start here by bringing on the man of the poster himself, Ryan. Hey, Ryan. How's it going?
Hey, Hot. I kind of resent the maker of that poster for making it all about me, because it's it's really about everyone.
Right.
And I'm not, I'm here all the time, and really we have a guest of honor who's a first timer. Even Tom Hanks, who is a member of the Five Timers Club, was once a first timer. Right. And you could say this guest is like the Tom Hanks of the Hot Show universe.
Wow, that is a bold statement. I'm willing to accept that into this world.
He's America's dad.
The America's dad of the Hot Show.
Mm-hmm.
Let's bring him on. Pepperoni Dog Fart. So glad to meet you.
Hey, first time, long time fan over here. Just really, really blessed. #blessed to be here. Thank you so much for having me.
Yeah.
Because no one else will, honestly.
Oh, beautiful. Coming in hot immediately.
Yeah. I am so excited to have you here. I will say that I did write a little song for the occasion. If you'd like to hear it.
Yes.
Let's just get this out of the way so we can get to it. All right. Let's have a hoot and a holler with Ryan and a John and a Stu, pair of fellas that once upon a time grew up roommates, played some video games, sports fan, fish head, friends of Mary Jane. Oh, you could call it a shame that they've moved on, but it's still a holler and a hoot with Ryan and a John. So it's such a pleasure to have you both here together, because this show, as Ryan said, is not just about Ryan. This is an episode about a Ryan and a John.
80-20.
I wish that we had a John here, but unfortunately, we're just going to have to settle for a Pepperoni Dog Fart.
Yeah, I can't. You can never be too careful these days with your personal information on the internet.
Right.
People posting everything to their Facebooks and tweeting whatever comes out in their head. You gotta protect your identity, and the government doesn't know me at Pepperoni Dog Fart, so I don't have to pay taxes here, so I'm good.
So that's not your given Christian name.
No, my given Christian name was Christian given name.
Mm.
But I've since moved on from that.
Yeah, right.
Let me just say, that song really summed it all up.
Yeah, you managed to fit not only 3 years of Ryan and I living together, but geez, Ryan, what's it been now? 16 years of friendship?
Wow.
All into like 50 seconds.
It seems weird that it was only 3 years,
Mm. Yeah.
Feels like so much longer. in a good way.
The last what was it, year or 2 years? The last year was like the longest year of everyone's life. So we all managed to cram in a nice decade or half decade in that last year.
Yeah. And I maintain that I would not have been able to survive lockdown without you. Not just without a roommate, without you specifically.
No, I feel the same way. But Hot, I got to tell you this amazing story that's that Ryan and I had when we were living together. So Ryan and I were living in a neighborhood in Chicago called Humboldt Park, for those not familiar, and during like the start of COVID, and our lease ended at the end of July of 2020, and we moved like a mile away to a different apartment, which was really nice. But up until that point, you know, because of COVID, things weren't really open and restaurants were kind of closed. And Ryan had just started this job that he was excited about at a cafe, and was, you know, things were on the up and up, and then COVID just shut everything down.
Right.
Fast forward a little bit, and we learned how to live with it a little bit better. And come fall 2020, Ryan can go back to work, and I'm really happy for him, because I've seen, you know, I've been working from home. I was fortunate enough to be able to work from home, and I saw what not being able to work for Ryan and just being stuck in his room all day was awful, and I didn't want that for him more than he wanted it. And he came home from work one day, and he had been trying to put a lot of money into his car to fix it up. And he came home from work one day, and it was when the city of Chicago was like, yeah, we can't do indoor dining. And the cafe was like, yeah, man, we can't do this. We're sorry. And he kind of got put in the same situation again. And he comes home and he just looks at me and he starts laughing and goes, I bought a fucking car. And just that ability of Ryan to like bounce back like that, that tells you all that you need to know about him. He's a fighter, and he's a good chum, and I wouldn't want to be anywhere else without him.
Thanks, bud. Yeah, it was literally the day after I purchased a car, used, but purchased. And what can you do? You know, you can't not laugh at the timing.
Mm-hmm.
So
nothing sort of predominant.
Yeah. It was, and once I got my job back, it was very cathartic.
Yeah, very ergonomically designed cafe.
Yeah.
This is started off on a surprisingly like tender and earnest moment, because like the thing that about being around the two of you is you have this amazing ability to just like bullshit off of each other in like this really magical way. So like it's so funny to like start off with like, yeah, Ryan's such a great guy. Like, it's just I could not have gotten through like the pandemic without Pepperoni Dog Fart. Like
PDF.
I gotta transition this right into a Pepperoni Dog Fart.
Yeah, I just think it's, I don't know, it's really just a funny thing, but it's also really nice because I think that like you only were living together for 3 years, but like you fit so much into that time together, and just like real just like great time spent with another person, right?
Yeah, it was great, and you know, as anyone listening, watching knows, I mean, whoever you were living with during, you know, at least the first year of COVID, you spent a lot of time with that person, and you know, not, you know, we were pretty strict about our COVID rules, so we didn't go out really ever. So, but I'm glad, you know, I was was alone with his chum, this buddy old pal right here, and there's lots of Nintendo 64, lots of The Crown, lots of Mad Men.
Ryan and I watched Mad Men, like the entirety of Mad Men, in like 6 weeks, and I know it sounds like a good bit of time, but like,
I mean, that's like a season a week, right? Or less.
oh yeah, there. I mean, well, my schedule for work was I'd finish work every day around 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and for point of reference, when COVID started, Illinois is a fully legal state. For those who aren't aware, recreational marijuana legal state. I had gotten my hands on, like, at the very beginning of COVID, when I realized how bad this is, like, we got to hunker down here for a while. I got like 2 or 3 ounces of weed, and I was like, this is just going to, like, I don't know the next time I'll be able to meet up with my guy. Like, I gotta make sure I'm secured. And like, we didn't go through it like unreasonably quickly, but I would say by like July, we were like, okay, we need to get more weed. And like, I finished work every day at 3. By 3:01, I'd be taking my first hit, and Ryan would be like, "Want to watch a Mad Men?" And one would turn into like 4. And eventually, like at certain points, we would have to look at each other like, we can't do this anymore. Like, we got to take a break for the rest of the night. We got to put The Office on. You got to put sports, if whatever highlights on. You got to do something. But there was so much Mad Men. There were a couple shows that Ryan and I binged real fast that we were just like, wow.
Bake Off.
Oh yeah, well that's stupid.
Bake Off maintains just a big. Oh man, new one tomorrow. The semifinal.
Oh crap! It is the semi. Is it the quarter or the semifinal?
I feel like.
I think you're right. It's the semifinal.
Yeah, last week was the quarter.
You know, I got to tell you, Janusz has really got to pick his game up, because if he does another drip cake and without any flavor, they're gonna have his head. Yeah,
Janusz had a really strong start, and he's been kind of limping to the finish line. So, what are your thoughts on Janusz?
You know, I will admit that there was a moment there where I realized I understood not one word of what you were saying. Like, I was like, okay, these are phrases into like a structure that sounds a lot like a sentence, but I realized that I could not piece it together.
It's a drip cake. What more do you need to understand?
It's a cake that drips. I mean, it's
drip cake. Okay, yeah.
Yeah. It's like a giant bundt cake.
Okay. Janusz?
Janusz.
Yeah, Janusz. He's is he Polish, Ryan? Is he from Poland originally?
Sounds right.
I think he's from Poland. We think he might be from Poland, somewhere in Eastern Europe, and he lives in the UK now. And the show, just like, you can be from all over the world, but as long as you live in the UK, you can compete. So you get a whole, and it's really cool too, because there's another contestant this season named Shabira, and I think she's from Malaysia originally, and her style of cooking is so, like, she knows how to combine like 40 ingredients, 40 different flavors to make like one really good stacked bite of something. So
insane flavors.
Terrific flavors. Textures though, not so much. So she's seeing her compete against someone like Janusz, who can, like, he can really make a great looking cake, but his flavors are just sometimes. So the contrast in contestants is always a spectacle.
Now, what have you been? What's been keeping you entertained lately?
Hold on. We have Amy in the chat saying favorite thing about John, whoever that is his impression of Bake Off. Yeah. You have some more? Do you want to throw some more out there? Have any goes to?
Well, for a while, for people who don't know, who won't watch the show, the best part about Bake Off, initially when Ryan and I started watching it, it wasn't the terms of the things that we didn't see. It was, the different random cutaways that they would have, and they would show like a bumblebee or something, or they'd show like a goat and a goat, or like a meadow, and all of a sudden a goat would just go like in the background.
Right.
Those always do it for Ryan. So I think those are my good ones. The Paul Hollywood, those just float in and out like a revolving door.
Well, your Mary Berry is pretty good.
Well, yeah, I just throw a little booze in it. It's every older British woman.
Yeah, absolutely. Scrummy.
Scrummy with the calories.
Yeah.
I really like that your go-to on that. When I went to Bake Off impressions, your go-to was a goat.
It was a goat. A goat. You thought you said goat too.
Yeah, didn't you say goat too?
I really
No, it's not Bake Off, Amy.
I'm really unsure.
Hot. I got to tell you, I'm happy to be here and all that, but if you're going to pull this kind of bullshit,
Pepperoni isn't just some puppet.
You're talking to PDF here.
PDF. I apologize.
I'm on everyone's computer all the time. Mac and PC.
You're right.
PETEYF.
I don't know what the fuck a JPEG is, though. I don't know what that
is.
Mm-hmm. So we have another friend here that showed up. HTC? Oh, yeah. I see. I have this little song that I like to play when a friend is showing up here. Somebody's here, and it's Skunky. Skunky, welcome to the show. You might be just kind of hanging out. Maybe there's some problems. We can't see anything in your screen. Maybe you can't see us. Maybe this was a terrible time to bring you on. But welcome if you are there. How you doing tonight?
Huh.
Great.
Hot, do you want to explain to John what's going on here?
What's going on here? Do you mean like? I guess,
what is Skunky's occupation?
Let's see. Maybe you can guess.
Skunky's driving right now.
Yep. Doesn't look a lot like he's driving.
Skunky, you truck driver?
Skunky, I don't believe we.
Oh, you're gonna have a lot to talk about.
Oh
yeah. You are you kind of adjacent to that industry, correct?
Yeah. Skunky's a truck driver. I can talk a little lingo.
Great. Skunky is kind of late sometimes on the lingo. I think sometimes he doesn't want to share the truck driver's secrets.
Well, I'll tell you what. Something I appreciate about what Skunky does and about what all truck drivers do is sometimes if you're lucky and you do this thing at the horn, they'll flip you off instead.
Great. Skunky, are you there? Can you hear us?
Can you hear me?
Yes. Quietly, but we can hear you.
Oh, okay.
How are you doing tonight? Yeah. I think this might be one where Skunky is in and out, which is just the nature of Skunky. Skunky, it's just kind of like the way that Skunky operates. We got this nice double view here on Ryan, using from two different views. This is great stuff.
Cup of cheer, brother.
Cup of cheer, brother. Hey, y'all. The mountains are
When we
blue.
get more guests, I'll cut out my second unit.
All right.
But for now,
Now, Pepperoni Dog Fart, there's kind of an important little question that we like to get to here on the Hot Show, which is like, I'm a cat. You may have noticed this with the name and all, but like, I'm a cat. We a lot of times have different animals come on this show. Skunky, it's been a lot of different animals. Ryan's been a lot of different animals. I think Ryan last time I believe Ryan was a hippopotamus. Yeah. Now, what animal are you? Would you say, Pepperoni Dog Fart? I mean, you come out of a dog,
Yeah.
but like, it doesn't make you a dog.
No, it doesn't. I'm really glad you asked this question because I've wanted to clear this up for the last 10 seconds ever since you asked me it. And
yeah.
I would say that I'm going to go back to my favorite animal as a kid, which for no reason other than the two dumbest reasons a 5-year-old can pick this animal to be their favorite animal. I'll go with the blue-footed booby. And it is a small, like almost penguin-like bird, but it's not, and it's blue-footed. And it looks ridiculous, and it doesn't really have much practical value in anything, but blue's my favorite color. And as a 5-year-old, booby. So I'll go with blue-footed booby.
Great. So Pepperoni Dog Fart, the blue-footed booby. Ryan, how are you feeling tonight?
Feeling good. I would say, given the fact that I will have consumed 2 cups of rice after this is completed, I'm a duck. Oh wait, not 2 cups, half a cup. No, it'll be a full cup. It'll be a full cup. I did half a cup in each meal. So 1 cup. 2 cups would be wild.
I was going to say 2 cups of rice. You're not going to ship for a week after that.
One cup. 1 cup today. So given that I'm eating a lot of grain, I would say I'm a duck.
That was a long walk for that duck.
A little long walk, but we got there.
No, it's fun to watch a duck walk there. Somebody's here. It's Shelton. We have another friend here. Shelton, how are you doing?
I'm doing well.
Welcome to the show.
How
are you doing tonight?
I'm doing well. I just also ate a ton of rice.
Great.
Not a ton.
Nice.
Not a metric ton. Closer to a half cup. So less than Mr. Duck over here.
Now, Sheldon, what animal are you tonight? 2 birds here with us. Strange.
I need to think of an answer to that.
We can wait.
I feel like if I can think of an animal that like really likes to nap, that's like,
Sloth?
yeah, I could be a
lemur?
sloth. Oh, maybe a lemur. They seem like more fun because like when they like to nap, but they also like to like
Cat?
I'm not cool enough to be a cat, but thank you. I appreciate it.
I think you would make a nice cat.
I feel like if I were a cat, I would be the kind of cat that would be like a dog personality cat, you know?
Yeah,
Mhm.
I can see that, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Now, Sheldon, you are someone who has hung out a lot with both Ryan and Pepperoni Dog Fart as like a unit, right?
I have, and it's a great combination of 2 humans. I was equally as surprised when they were so nice to each other immediately.
Yeah. I'm glad that you got that.
Yeah.
Now that we got that nonsense out of the way.
Right.
Yeah. Now we got that bullshit done.
I was expecting a more antagonistic.
No, that's only with you.
No, it's not. the two, you and PDF over here. Sometimes I don't know. I think I had to, at one point during a conversation with the two of you, be like, "You're being sarcastic, right?" Like I had to double check to see if you guys are actually being mean to each other.
Great. Great.
It was. I think I know when it was. It was probably when I was beating Ryan in Mario Kart, and I asked him how I was going to screw him over in the next race, and he was like, "I'm not going to let you. It's not going to happen." And of course, it happened, and he gives me like a stare of someone who's like, "How did you manage to take whatever joy I thought I could have, and then like turn it on me tenfold and just rip my life apart?"
You know, it's the stare that like it was two things. That you had mentioned something earlier that made me laugh. It was the way that Ryan laughs when something has gone horribly wrong, and it's both unsettling yet somehow funny. Because you're concerned for your friend, but you're also glad that he's able to laugh about it. And so like and then like I was so glad I just bought a car, and then you're like it's like a level of like both angry and like at least like it's ironic, so I have to laugh.
Yeah, you can't not laugh.
Yeah, I love
You
it
gotta laugh.
about you.
Gotta laugh. Ha 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 ha.
I
You
think
gotta laugh. Guys, you gotta laugh.
Ryan, it's like in that amazing that great fish show that we love from June '94, where they're just like going all over the place into Simple and back into Mike's song, and there's a fluff head at some point in there, and it's crazy. But in the Simple, like Trey has this manic of laugh of like, we've got a saxophone, like there's a lot of humor in that, but it's also like pure evil. You command the room when you laugh like that, man. Like you just it
sounds like an Elmo laugh in a good way. That's a compliment.
All right, I gotta go.
You guys seen that photo of what like a Tickle Me Elmo skeleton looks like without all the cotton and like the padding on it?
Terrifying.
It's some of the scariest shit that you can see as a human being.
Nightmare fuel.
Should we look it up?
You can. I have to go grab something.
You go grab something.
I have a question for Mr. Fart here, if I can chime in. Now, my roommate and I, we have bunk beds like the monkeys. Do you guys have bunk beds?
We wanted bunk beds. Unfortunately, we couldn't find the energy to make it happen for the first 2 years, and then the third year we lived together, our apartment had such small rooms that there was just no feasible way that it was going to work. But Brian was always in my thoughts when I was sleeping, so in a way he was always on top of me.
In a way,
I feel like
Ryan would be the top bunk. Is that what you're establishing?
I would let Ryan have top bunk because he's taller, so by nature it's only fair that he has it.
Oh, you would let me, huh?
I would be gracious enough to let you have this one, Ryan. I'll put it that way.
Look, we all know as a kid, everyone wants top bunk. And then as you get older, getting older and maturing is realizing bottom bunk is better.
Well, I think the important thing is that whoever has top bunk just absolutely can't be a bedwetter.
Yeah, that was my one stipulation for Ryan, and it was funny because the conversation started off with things that you wouldn't want people above you to know that they're doing, and one of my condition was bedwetting. I can't have that. That's ridiculous. Get out of here.
The bed.
Yeah. You don't let the bed. Simple rules.
Yeah, and it was it was a hard compromise, but we got there.
Ron gave up his love of bedwetting, and we got it.
Yeah, I give it up.
Which one of you snores? Just curious.
I don't think either of us snore.
Yeah, I don't think Ryan snored. I mean, we slept with our doors closed, so yeah, I don't think Ryan snores.
Speaking of snorts, I think that the two of you combined have won the most Amy snorts or Shelton snorts.
The all-time rankings.
Yeah, I think that you guys together, if you pair the two of you together, you may be one of the top contenders of making me laugh so hard that I snort.
Love that.
If this is anything like tennis, then I'm sure we can do doubles. Like, right? That works? Okay.
Yeah. Yeah,
Also,
that's how
I
it
feel
works.
like if you compare, I feel like if there's a graph about this, like you have to compare like how much time spent versus like number of laughs. And if we compared like solo, hold on, I've got this.
Okay, you've got it? Okay.
I had this next to me for some reason.
X-axis, Y-axis.
Well, it would have to be like, hold on, how are we going to set up this graph? It would
Can you convert that to a PDF for me so I can read it?
Why are you making it so small?
That's what she said.
Two different ones. This is really hard to do upside down.
Here.
That's definitely what he said.
You know what? I think you're right. I think maybe it's an x-axis, y-axis one. It would be like I can't do it. I'm sorry. Time spent. Number of snorts. So it would be like each category. So
Wait.
time spent with person, then like number of snorts. And I feel like you guys together are here.
Oh, we're in the top 10% for sure.
Or even
The top
if
10th of the top 1%.
even if there's less time spent. God damn it, this is so difficult upside down and backwards. All right. Even if there's less time spent higher, then like more time spent, less snorts.
No, would you say that it is completely that? Or would you say that they have like a higher density within also? Like, so like
Oh.
like that they can get snorts out of you faster than anyone else also.
Yeah, probably.
That's true. Amy, if I can ask a question here for a second, is there a build-up to how long it takes you to like? Are we talking like you can't just jump right from regular Dragon Ball Z action to like Super Saiyan? You got to go to Saiyan level first and then Super Saiyan level. Is there like a level that we have to ascend, or is it just like whatever elicits it goes for it?
Amy can snort pretty much, if something's funny right out of the gate, then they'll snort.
Yeah, I don't think it has any.
There's no ramp up.
To be fair, you did already get me with the manic laughter earlier.
Great.
But I had not joined the. As soon as you mentioned that, I was in the other room and I heard it, and I snorted, and then Gulliver like peeked up from his nap, like, "Oh Lord, what just happened here?"
Great.
But once you mention it, now I'm like aware of it, so it might happen less.
Oh, that's fine. Whatever.
It's fine. That's fine. Whatever.
I have no idea what this message from Potato Lady means. Potato Lady has gotten somewhat cryptic. Ryan and PDF make me have hot potatoes.
Hot potato, hot potato.
I mean, it's a nice.
We add a little sizzle to the
yeah, right.
to the cast iron pan.
Right.
So speaking of hot potatoes, I was eating some yogurt the other day, and
Great segue.
thank you. And I remember thinking, how come the yogurt people, they don't put the good fruit in there? They put the crappy fruit in there. It's bottom barrel fruit. I want the good fruit. And I wanted to write a strongly worded letter, but then I just thought, I don't care enough about this to do it.
Dear
What do you
the
consider
yogurt
bad
people.
fruit?
Do you mean bad fruits or bad quality, like bad versions of bad quality blueberries, for example? Or do you think blueberry is a bad fruit?
No, I mean, I can tell, the fruit just has, this attitude about it. Yeah, I got put in the yogurt because I wasn't pretty enough to be put on the shelves, it has a bad aura of it, bad way about it.
It's not like it's rotten or anything. It's just has a bad attitude.
It's like has a demeanor.
Yeah.
Yeah, it just has this attitude of, great, now I got to get eaten by this guy.
So, wait, can we all collectively compose a letter to Big Yogurt and maybe get this all sorted out?
I'd really feel good about that. I'm not going to lie to you.
I think I can write it down if you want to dictate.
Dear Big Yogurt,
okay,
where do you get off?
There it is. First, you tried to play tricks on us.
Wait, hold on.
No, we're not talking about Trix Yogurt.
Dear Big Yogurt, where do you get off?
First, you think you can play tricks on us.
Parentheses, not Trix Yogurt.
Not TRIX. You can't do that. That's trademarked. We can't say that.
Yeah, LTD.
Where do you get off?
So right.
Yeah, I'm slow. I'll be honest. I'm not doing it so quick.
That's okay.
It's okay.
I fought Big Yogurt before and I never win, so I'm used to this battle.
Why are you giving us the fruit with the bad attitude?
Yeah, for Chobani, you guys have so much sugar in there. You think that people would be so happy to eat you, but they're not. They're not.
Bad attitude.
Baditude.
Attitude.
Yes, Brian?
Okay.
Don't worry about
Yo, playing with my heart.
Oh.
I couldn't tell whether you were gonna hate that or like it.
I'll do it.
It's
Your yogurt should make you want to get up and go-gurt and get more.
I'm getting real siggies of your shit.
Fuck you, Ryan.
Ooh.
What's the one that has?
Sorry, I missed most of those.
It's okay.
I'm getting.
Dictate faster, Hot the Cat.
No, I'm going to dictate slower so I can actually get it down.
Have anyone has anyone on the stream ever tried that really fancy yogurt in the fucking glass jars, like Musa or something? Yeah, Scott.
There's one called Wing. Fantastic.
Right now. I feel the peer pressure to eat yogurt right now.
I don't feel like the pressure is.
Wish
really
I had
good.
yogurt.
Yeah, the glass jar for the yogurt really brings out the fruit and showcases how great it is.
Mm.
Maybe I should give
Plus,
it a
then
shot.
then you got a great glass jar for like paint thinner or whatever.
You know what? It probably helps it be more probiotic and like if there's you know how they have to jar like what is that kind of drink that it has to be in glass?
Oh, Ryan just disappeared. That was a surprise. All right, so do you want me to read what I got so far?
Hold on, take this down. As a man of culture, no pun intended.
Man of culture. No pun intended.
That's all I got. That's it.
We expect you to keep the lid on this thing.
Are you supposed
Oh,
to? Why did they own like? Why did they make you collect the tops of those yogurts?
I think it was for breast cancer.
No, but like, how and why? You know?
Well, I think it was a whole thing to get them to, send them the lids back so that way they could reuse them. But like make them, do it at your dime, not theirs.
What about when you say hey to your friend Gert? You're like, yo, Gert.
Agree.
Do you want me to read our letter to our friend Big Yo Gert?
Well, maybe we. Well, I know we've some more friends. Maybe they've.
Yeah, everyone should contribute
I
to
see
this.
some friends commenting.
Okay.
Yeah. At least in the private chat.
I did. I just noticed that as well.
Cheers. Yeah.
Oh, it's some
Cheers.
yogurt.
I put chocolate chips in it to make it.
Hey, I'll tell you what. You keep
I love
score of
doing
this
that.
thing. You keep
And
score of the
peanut
letter to Big
butter.
Gert.
They're mini ones.
Okay.
And at the end of the show, we'll read it back, and then we'll figure out where we stand.
Yeah, and at any point, if someone wants to ask for to add anything, I'll just keep it ready. Somebody's here. It's Jason the aardvark.
Hello.
Welcome, Jason. It's been such a long time since you've been here. It is such a pleasure to see you.
Beautiful.
Welcome.
It's such an honor.
Welcome to the show. How you
Thank
doing
you so
tonight?
much. I'm good. Yeah. Can you guys hear me okay?
We can.
Loud and clear.
I
We can
gotta
also
say,
Amazing.
see ourselves in your glasses, which is kind of fun.
Whoa, yeah. Nice to see me. You're Shelton.
If I get close enough, can you guys see yourselves in mine?
Oh, right.
Yeah.
It's the glare in my goal. Yeah, I need to. So I have this little camera stand. I can probably angle it better. You can see my new.
Now you have eyeballs.
Face. It's very. Yes.
At first, it was just like
Yes, I
just
exist
starts
beyond.
being black on your glasses.
Connection's a little choppy there.
My bad. Oh, yeah.
I think I'm getting.
Yeah, I'm using like
you're choppy, but
hotspot. So.
Very apropos.
Right.
Yeah.
Hot the cat.
It's
Do
so
you
nice to
use
see
a hot?
everyone. Hello, John. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, Mr. Aardvark.
Jason was a regular at the cafe, and then we became good pals.
Oh, very nice.
And
He's also a regular on this show for a little while as well.
Yeah,
Yeah.
reoccurring character.
Yeah, sorry for being
bit
gone.
of a-
I've been kind of swamped,
Shape
but I'm back.
shifter.
Welcome back anytime.
Thank you.
Yeah, got himself a nice gig in Boston, which I know that's already. Well, we talked about that off the show, but you're still in Boston.
Still in Boston.
Yeah, and you're liking Boston.
Yeah, it's been good. I do like it here. It's expensive. I don't know.
Where in
We'll see
Boston?
where things end up. I'm in Malden specifically.
Okay, I
Which
got
is
a
like
buddy who lives in
maybe like a
in
few miles. In where?
It's written Somerville, but they all call it Somerville, like the season Somerville.
Yeah.
It's like right
That's a
outside
good
of Boston.
place.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a nice little spot.
They just had their first Boston or Massachusetts just has elected the first ever open lesbian governor.
It's nice.
Cool.
Yeah, that's dope.
I just thought that was kind of cool and surprising that it's the first one.
But as we know here, that doesn't automatically make you
Yeah,
good.
yeah. For sure.
Mm.
So
Those of you who don't know, we live in Chicago. We have a terrible mayor, and she's also queer.
Lori sucks.
But
Shots fired.
Yeah.
That's like
I don't feel qualified to comment on that anymore.
Jason, you know.
like Ryan will
it is.
tell you like
It's always
that's the nicest way I can put how I feel about Lori is I don't like Lori. It only gets meaner from there, so I shouldn't say more.
yeah.
mhm.
Yeah, I would say we generally don't go too political on this show. But, also if you want to, you do you, man. You do you.
No, I don't want to be that guy because I like the fact that this is a place to not let the outside world kind of dictate how life gets run. We kind of make the scene here. I like that more. So we'll contribute more to the yogurt complaint as we lodge our yogurt complaint as we move on. But Jason, I've got a question. Being in Boston, have you had what's like the best food you've eaten in Boston so far? I gotta know.
Oh, that's a great question. So I've been obsessed with this one ramen place in Malden called Ebisuya. That's really good. You get like a nice veggie ramen there. It's like with really cool like grilled tofu and stuff. I just tried a place called 00, another ramen place. A lot of like the classic thing here is like the lobster roll, but that's kind of like the deep dish pizza of the Boston area, in my humble opinion. So to go deeper, Boston has a great by the slice pizza. Buffalo chicken pizza is the local, at least when I was a student here. Like the thing is like all my favorite spots were student spots. Some of them are no longer here. But most recently I've rediscovered a few places. I'm trying to think of some other, there's been a lot of cool standouts. To me, but the Boston food scene, you have to like go looking for a little more. I felt like in Chicago, I felt like, I could go and most places I would go would be pretty good. So there was a cool Momo dumpling spot in Magaoon Square in Somerville that I tried recently. That was cool. Somerville's got some really cool spots. Yeah.
There's some kind of like weird, not even weird. There's an arcade bar that's like in the back of like a grilled cheese shop or something. I forget where it is. It's definitely in Somerville. And my buddy took me there. I went to visit him in March, and he took me there with his girlfriend, and we got hammered at like 4:00 in the afternoon on Jello shots and just like all kinds of stuff, playing Mario Party games, and that was great. But the thing that stood out to me most was like it's not marked anywhere, but there's always like a line to get in like some restaurant, no matter like how like kind of a greasy spoon or an upscale sit down it is. There's always a line in Boston to go eat somewhere, and to me that just says the food must be fucking good no matter where you go.
What is greasy spoon mean?
I don't know if it's not much faith. Oh, that's a good question.
What's
That's
a greasy
descriptive of a diner? That's descriptive of a diner who has high quality food typically, but low quality dishwashing service, leaving you with tableware that may or may not be cleaned adequately.
Huh. Oh, well, thanks. I didn't know that.
You can't check to see if there's shit in your teeth on the knives because the knives aren't cleaned.
All right. Good to know.
Potato lady in the chat there. Nothing can be better than potatoes. You should go to the potato place. Don't go anywhere else, just the potato place.
I mean, my potato place is Taco Bell ever since they brought back the potato.
Yeah.
Yeah, which was gone. Can you believe, for any Taco Bell enthusiast, can you believe they actually got rid of the potato for like 2 years? And people rioted. There's no, you can't just, it's such an essential part of their menu. Oh man.
Nacho fries.
I really wish we could have more than 6 people in here, because in the wow, I rescind that. We've messages in the private chat about a friend whose strong opinions on Taco Bell, but they're slandering.
I will tag out with Max for this Taco Bell rant.
I'll tag out.
If needed.
I was gonna my last comment on Taco
I
Bell.
mean, you can hang out in the back, but if somebody wants to tag out, here, let me.
I'll tag out. I was just gonna say that when I went through a breakup, I was
tag out
posting
though. I
so
might
much
sign off for the
about
night.
my Taco Bell. The fact that Taco Bell didn't like decide to keep their potatoes, that people like knew more about that than my like breakup after like 3 years. And so many people texted me when they came back. So I'll leave, and then we would like to hear some antagonistic thoughts about Taco Bell, a place that I love.
Damn.
Okay, hold on,
Wow.
That's a lot about
just 1
society.
second here.
Like, I definitely want a front row seat for this shit.
A new foe has appeared. Challenger approaching.
Oh shit!
Love this.
Hello, Max.
Hi.
Max, welcome to the show.
Max.
Hi. So yeah, I just want to say I don't understand and am actually offended by the fact that people like Taco Bell because they don't have any seasoning on any of their food. It's like the most bland food I've ever tasted in my life. Even if I put tons of their hot sauce on it, it doesn't have any flavor. But it's really good if you need to take laxatives.
Well, let's start off with that last comment. I feel like the like Taco Bell, the trope of like the Taco Bell is so make you poop your brains out. Like it's such a tired, like archaic trope, and I don't know, like I am fine when I eat Taco Bell. Also,
of course, your body's used to the poison.
And Taco Bell, it's like a twice a month thing.
That's
So
a
it's
lot
not-
of Taco Bell.
I mean, I don't think so,
I
but
think so.
here's another thing that might shock other fans of Taco Bell. I don't use hot sauce, so I think that speaks to how well I mean, I'm not saying it's seasoned, like with fucking truffle salt or like fresh basil from the organic free range garden behind every Taco Bell franchise, but like I think it tastes good.
I mean, I'm coming from a perspective where I came to California and I tried Del Taco and I was like, okay, that's what fast food tacos could be like. Like it could actually have flavor and could be mildly enjoyable. So I'm not trying
It's
to.
bland. I tried Del Taco years ago and I thought it was bland.
I don't know what to make of that. I do think Del Taco is bland, but I think that Taco Bell is kind of like. It's not even really that Taco Bell is so horribly bad, but the fact that people act like it's good when it's not. Or they think it's good, because I'm sure you probably actually like it. But it just drives me crazy to hear people always like, Taco Bell. And I'm like, it's terrible. The food is bad. And I mean Del Taco is cheaper too.
Is it?
Like, way cheaper.
Huh. I think it's great for what it is. If you're tired and maybe a little intoxicated, getting like three things, just bam, hits the spot. Yeah,
I wish I could.
I mean, that's drunk, but also, when you're just like, imagine you've been like driving all day, or you've had, maybe you've been with like family all day, and this isn't the case with me because everyone in my family is good cooks, but maybe you've been somewhere all day, maybe with family, and the food isn't good. And you're finally, it's been a long day. You're finally leaving some kind of like one-horse town, but at that one-horse town, they do the Taco Bell, and you just need some good sustenance, and you drive through. Maybe you have a long drive ahead of you, but it's okay because you have a hot, steaming bag of Taco Bell to accompany
Hot, steaming, dripping.
Yeah, dripping.
I don't know. If I was in a one-horse town, I'd probably go for a diner.
I mean, it's Taco
Bell. I grew up
Bell.
in a one-horse town. We didn't have a Taco Bell. That's too big. Like, too big of a business to be supported by what I would consider a one-horse town.
Yeah, beans are a magical fruit. I don't remember saying that. Oh, to my earlier point. Yeah, beans are the magical fruit.
Any Mexican place has beans, though. I'd rather get any other Mexican style food. Like, I'd say Taco Bell is probably the lowest tier possible of any option when it comes to Mexican food, no matter what the other option is. I've never had.
Okay.
I think that is probably the only real reason to go to Taco Bell, which is it's a decent fast food vegetarian option.
What's the other one? What's the other fast food Mexican place?
Taco John's.
Yeah, not what I was thinking of, but
Chipotle.
Yeah, I mean, even I'll agree, Chipotle is better than Taco Bell.
Well, yeah, but
it's in a different category. Let's all right. So the chat's blowing up. Let's bring everyone back in.
Too chatty. Have to be. Yeah. I agree.
Right, yeah, I feel like people,
I think McDonald's is probably better, but I mean, I'm not talking about actual Mexican restaurants. I'm talking about any type of restaurant of Mexican style, whether it's fast food like Taco John's or Del Taco, or obviously a real Mexican restaurant. Yeah, Del Taco is pretty good. I mean, it's a lot like Taco Bell, just better and cheaper. Like, I went to I never ate Taco Bell growing up, and I tried it, and I was like, oh, this is better than I thought. But then I went there a few more times, and I was just like, this is bad. Like, it doesn't have any flavor. I just kept going there a few times and kept trying to, like, enjoy it, and it was bad. I tried their quesadilla. It was microwaved. Their tacos are unseasoned. Their burritos are terrible. And like, yeah. Does Skunky experience more fast food than us? I'm actually kind of curious about that.
I would assume
so. Oh,
so.
Definitely. But I'll tell you what I think is really quite a standout thing about Taco Bell. You go to Taco Bell after dark.
I'd like to hear this.
To the drive-thru once the inside bit is closed, and you will be in line with somebody in a brand new McLaren. In front and behind you is 6 drunk folks in a '98 Corolla that's never had the oil changed. It is the most perfect example of the American melting pot that exists in this nation.
Yeah.
That's kind of a problem, though. Like, I would prefer our melting pot to not be.
Yeah. And I feel like you don't experience that at McDonald's.
You don't?
Yeah.
All these people, they have one thing in common, and they are just trying to live moth.
They're just trying to get their fourth meal.
Well done. Well done.
I feel like Taco Bell is.
That was a successful branding campaign, I think.
If
no matter how logical and realistic the fact is that their food is unseasoned, it doesn't matter because people like it.
Oh, you have COVID?
Maybe you have COVID.
What's that?
I was making a joke.
I couldn't hear you.
You can't. I said maybe you have COVID.
Maybe I have COVID.
But here's the thing:
No.
if they season the food, then you wouldn't be able to taste the sand in the meat. In the meat.
The what?
There was a when was it, Ryan? In like 2010 or around then that Taco Bell, like for a time, couldn't sell their certain products like filled with meat because it had too much filler in it.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
That's very Taco Bell.
They've since changed. They fixed it, but there was a stretch of time where
They fixed it.
They fixed it.
Okay. Now they have the legally required limit of meat to filler ratio, so everything's
it's like when
I don't eat it, so it's okay.
And it's like when you reach for a jar of peanut butter at the grocery store. You know, you enter into an agreement with the peanut butter maker at that point that they're selling you the legal allowed amount of crushed up bugs in that peanut butter jar. They're not saying there's none, but there's still just
bugs are probably a better source of protein than whatever it is they put in their meat. So
definitely, there's nutritional value in sand. I don't like sand. It's coarse, it's dry, and it's irritating, and it gets everywhere.
That's right. And when you buy a Cool Whip or a similar product, you know you're buying a whipped dairy product.
Now, there's an interesting question that's come up in the chat, specifically for Potato Lady, but there's everybody weigh in, please, is the question. But what do you feel like the most elite thing a potato can become is?
Probably a crispy potato taco from Taco Bell.
I was thinking like a potato pancake. Isn't that like a cultural icon?
I mean, yeah, that's my real answer or second answer.
Those are very good.
Wow, brilliant! And put up that answer from Potato Lady.
What did they say?
Potato. It doesn't need to become anything. It's already
it's already perfection.
Yeah,
that is beautiful.
Like,
always sums it up.
I made a soup this week as my bulk meal.
Real
for
quick,
the week. I was thinking what do I need to do to this potato? I don't need to do fucking shit to this potato.
Yeah, Skunky, what do you?
Can we still go back to this Cool Whip comment? Okay, so you guys, Cool Whip has no dairy, none.
Cool Whip is so gross.
It's just like corn syrup or something. But anyway, I couldn't just let that slide by.
Yeah, sorry.
Thank you,
No dairy. No.
Is there a stupid question? Can you make like a whipped cream with oat milk?
Yes. You would probably need soy lecithin.
Is that a thickener?
Yeah, or or some kind of xanthan gum.
Xanthan gum, like a yellow 5.
I think yellow 5's made out of bugs. No, that's red 40. Red 40 is made out of bugs.
Red.
Did you guys have the rumor in school growing up that you shouldn't drink Mellow Yellow because it has yellow 5 and yellow 5 is a sperm reducer?
I've heard that.
Heard that one at summer camp.
I think I heard that about.
Every guy freaked out. And I'm like, dude, you're 13. You're not getting anyone pregnant. Come on.
You should be drinking more of it if you hear that. But I guess that's a really good example of the lack of sexual experience at play.
Wow, that's a nice rig you got there, Skunky.
Really is, actually.
Was that a reefer? Yeah, I feel like anything can cause kidney stones, Shelton, to address the chat. I mean, any soda, I'd say.
What about
definitely about red meat will help get you a kidney stone.
What makes soda cause kidney stones?
You don't like kidney stones.
What?
What
Did
was
you
that?
say
Jason?
No, I don't think so.
What?
Huh?
Jason, what did you say about
Can you
kidney
guys not hear me?
stones
I said
a
no.
second ago?
No?
Oh, I said, can sparkling water? What about sparkling water? Does that affect? What's that
No,
situation?
it's just water.
No, unless is that hard sparkling water.
Unless carbonation causes kidney
Just-
stones.
Hmm.
No,
But
the
that would
water
mean
would be
also-
tepid by the time it got to the kidney.
Normal. This is spin. Hey, it sounds like my connection is getting pretty bad.
Yeah.
You're
having
cutting it
trouble
out. Sorry.
hearing.
That's what I get for using my neighbor's hotspot. So I actually, once I get real internet, I will come back.
Cool.
Yeah. Thanks so much
Okay.
for coming.
Great to
But
see you,
hey,
man.
it was good. It was great to see everyone. Thank you for having me. It was a good try. And
You're welcome
I
to hang out
appreciate
in
you
the
all.
chat.
And I hope you have a fantastic and lovely night.
You as
You
well.
too.
Sounds great. Good night. Good to see everyone.
Bye, Jason.
Good to see you. Skunky's back.
What about thrice baked potatoes?
Hmm.
Now you're getting out of hand. This twice baked business,
No.
but thrice is too much.
No. Have you ever
It's
had
really
thrice?
getting off
How
the
do you
rails
know?
like a retired train car.
I really do want to point out pierogies, I think, is also a great thing for a potato to end up being.
Is a pierogi like a empanada with potatoes inside of it?
I think of it almost more like a gyoza with potato
Oh,
inside
really?
it.
Man, every culture has like a dumpling or dumpling adjacent thing. Isn't
Yeah,
that
it makes sense.
crazy?
It is, but it also makes sense.
Knishes? It's like a dumpling.
Kreplach, that's like a dumpling.
Yeah.
It's like a really efficient and easy way to make food.
Hmm.
It's like a sandwich. Everyone's got a version of a sandwich.
Right?
Is that true?
Well, I don't mean
I would
like
think so.
bread, like specific baked thing, but like putting one thing between two separate things as a means of like a vessel.
Or like a
Or
wrap.
Like what?
Yeah, like a wrap or
Like a taco?
even dessert. Sure, a taco works, or a burrito, or like a gyro, or even dessert ones work too.
Are gyros a traditional food, or are they more like an American invention?
I think the dish itself is fairly Greek, but like like all of international foods that come to America, we've kind of made it our own. So like, I don't think that what we do here is quite what they do over there.
But overseas, I mean, there are several countries that do the spinning cone of meat.
Right.
Spinning cone of meat.
Yeah, the way you said that is like I love it, but I'm also horrified.
You like it, you love it, you want some more of it?
I try so hard.
I got so far. Finally got that water bottle back.
Yeah, after my glamping with you, Ryan.
Oh, you
That's
went
what we did.
glamping together.
I wouldn't call it glamping. I'd say we roughed it.
We roughed it with our Chemex.
What's that?
We did, yeah, but we made coffee with a.
Yeah.
That's not glamping.
No,
Were you in a tent?
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, we were in a tent. I was just teasing. We were in a tent. We got rained on. Like we did the full thing.
We did get rained on a little bit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
getting rained on definitely doesn't sound very glam to me. It's like
No.
No, yeah, we brought a canteen. Whatchamacallit? A propane canister.
with some propane.
And, Yeah,
Propane
propane
sounds
accessories.
I've been watching King of the Hill exclusively for like 2 weeks. I started at the
It's
beginning.
so good.
It is so much better than I even remembered, and I knew it was good, but it's really amazingly good.
What's that?
What a great
Well done, Amy. Well done.
What is it?
Thanks, the New York Times.
Well, I tried.
Maybe
But it said it's
Wikipedia would
believed
have.
that they're to originate from Greece.
It's believed to. So
I
they
don't
don't know.
want belief. I don't want belief here. I want the cold, hard defense.
Well, on this show, sometimes all we've got is
That's
belief.
like saying, I feel like it originated from.
That's right.
That's a good point. Anytime someone says, "I feel like it could be this," I'm like, "But you don't fucking know, do you? Just say that. You don't know."
It says it, or Amy says it, or they say it originated, but they don't eat them there. Amy, could you come on and explain more about that, please? I'm very interested in that concept.
I would like to hear more about this too.
I'd like to hear more about this too.
No, you would be 3.
I'd like to hear more about this 4.
I'd like to hear more about this 3.
You can't do that. You just stepped over somebody else's number.
You just broke the only rule we have. You can't do that.
Do what?
Somebody said, I want to hear about this 3. Then somebody said, I want to hear about this 4. And then Hot decided to say, I want to hear about this 3, as if he had taken that number.
The person that said 3 also had said one of the earlier ones. Right?
What? Oh, I don't know.
God,
Can
this
you
is like a
have
deli
two
order with a
numbers?
ticketing system. Like there is an order, but it's not very working.
All right. Here is the short answer: is that I'm not 100% sure about Greece. So I texted my roommate, who is Greek, or my old roommate, who is Greek, and I said, "Important hot topic: do they eat gyros in Greece?" No, right? So we are waiting on an answer. She works the night shift, so I'm sure that she will answer.
In the meantime, I made this dog.
Nice dog.
Oh, lovely.
I like that.
Nice
Very
dog.
simple,
But
very effective.
I have a lot of information about like how American Chinese food is not Chinese food. It's not actual Chinese food. Okay, actually Lily answered right away. Yes, euros is used in what we call souvlaki, soubelai. It's different than Mediterranean euros. It's pork or chicken, not lamb usually.
Is it in a pita bread like the way we eat it in America?
She's still typing.
Okay.
Also, she included a photo.
Oh, wow.
Okay, hold on.
Hey, that's too rocky. I love that shit.
I can't really... Oh, okay, I think I see what it is. It looks good. Now I want to have one.
So similar, but not the same.
Personally, I think chicken would be better than lamb. That's one thing that I don't really like about gyros that much.
She said it's pork or chicken, so not usually lamb.
Interesting.
But I was gonna add that like I have a lot of friends that live in China, who were students in the U.S. or like worked in China and then have moved to the U.S. after being students and gotten jobs here. But like what we think of as Chinese food, which is like the American version of Chinese food, is not eaten in China. And we all like kind of explain this to me in different ways. And it's like things like orange chicken, it doesn't really like exist in China. Like certain places, yeah, maybe because of America, but like when you're eating like more traditional like Chinese food, it's a lot of like fish and rice, and like yes, there are some of those other things as well, but it's not a lot of what's typically like thought of as American Chinese food. Also, fortune cookies, they don't exist in China. It's an American Chinese thing.
Fortune cookies shouldn't exist here. They all suck.
Yeah, they're not like a real food to eat. I found that if you go to a Chinese buffet, they're good in ice cream, though.
I
Mm.
like to squish them and then put them on top of ice cream.
Me too.
Yeah, sometimes I randomly crave them. They do have like that nice, just crispy vanilla crunch.
They have an interesting flavor you can't really get anywhere else. It's really mild.
I think it's the crunch that's like, it's both sweet but crunchy. Do you remember those things that they used to have at Taco Bell that like were like curly?
Taco Bell again.
I knew it.
Yeah, the crisps.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Sugar, like the sugar swirls.
I don't know why I'm
I
associating
really
fortune cookies
like
with
the simplicity of those. Those are like
Not-
that's just a weird, nice treat.
Not to get back to Taco Bell, but I will say the way that I'm talking about Chinese food, like being an American thing, like that doesn't actually exist in China, I feel like that's how we should think of Taco Bell. It's not necessarily Mexican food.
It's Tex-Mex. It's not.
That doesn't make it look good, though.
That's
no
not
one's saying it has to be.
I'm just saying that that's the pod that it exists in, whether you like it or not. It does not fit in the Mexican food category as to be compared to other Mexican chain and or
What
restaurants.
about other fast food Mexican restaurants, though?
I just feel like there aren't that many.
Well, there's Taco John's, Chipotle, Del Taco. Those are all of the ones I can think off the top of my head. To me, I would say maybe Chipotle doesn't fit in there, but it still is like an Americanized fast food Mexican style.
Fast casual.
Yeah, fast casual. All right, sorry to bring it up again. I feel like you could compare the like Taco Bell, Taco John's, but not the authentic.
Never had
Mexican.
Taco John's.
Me neither.
Even Mexican restaurants, I don't think are really that authentic either. I think they are also pretty Americanized. Like
It depends which kind you go to.
Max,
Like,
do you have the cilantro gene?
I like cilantro.
The cilantro. Okay, it doesn't taste like soap to you.
I like it a lot. I actually
Same.
put it in lots of stuff like salad.
Sounds great.
Yeah, it's really
We agree on one thing.
I just want to throw into the mix real quick to just so we can understand the Taco Bell situation here. What I appreciate about Taco Bell, as someone who had had it for like 29 years until the first time I had it, and I've had it like I can count the amount of
With
times
me.
on one hand I have eaten it with Ryan. I can count the amount of times on one hand I've eaten in my entire life. And honestly, what I do understand that I appreciate about having rarely eaten it, it's everywhere. And that's really something that I can't say for a lot of chains. Like McDonald's is everywhere, Burger King is everywhere, but like Chipotle, you have to go in. Like you can't go through a Chipotle drive-through. They don't exist, at least as far as I know. And for Taco Bell to have the amount of outreach it does have, and like it has such a, like Skunky was saying, it has such a random, like eclectic mix of everyone who might be in the drive-through at 2 a.m. Like I think that speaks more about its success, regardless of what it's actually serving. People go to Taco Bell. You don't have to get a full meal and be like, "This is great," because honestly,
Wow.
like how many times do you go to McDonald's and go, "God, that was so good"? Like, it's probably not that many, if ever. And the McFlurry seems to
Every
always
single time.
For me, McDonald's is like regret food. like you never
Oh,
feel
man.
good after going to McDonald's.
You know, honestly, I will
I
say
do.
I've had a fillet of fish when I was like really drunk and just been like, God, this is amazing.
Well, that's because being
Right.
drunk turns off the part of your brain that can feel shame.
Let's hear. I feel like Skunky wants to chip in about McDonald's. Go ahead, Skunky.
I'm going to tell you, I mean, after every time that I visit the clown,
Ooh, triple.
That was like 3.
The clown.
every time the clown cooks for me, I got to say, I'm loving it. For real. I mean, I genuinely enjoy every time I go to McDonald's.
Do you like how when you go to Burger King, you can have it your way?
I mean, the Burger King that I go to, they know me there, and I'm their favorite cousin.
If I worked at Burger
Like,
King, I would totally be like sarcastically just say like, "Have it your way." Like,
No, like for real. I walk in Burger King, and they like, I'm through the door, and they put on a fresh pot of coffee.
It's like
No lie.
it's like your very own Cheers episode where you walk in,
Yeah,
Skunky.
Norm, yeah.
For a while, Burger King had like a Beyond Meat burger. I don't
No,
know if they
dude.
still do.
dude, the Impossible Whopper.
Oh yeah, that.
Yeah, it's still there.
I
Well,
tried
It's
that.
excellent.
It was good.
I
Yeah,
have
it's great.
It's made out of pea
I have-
protein.
passionate
I like it.
hot topic to add to this. While I do appreciate and
Hot topic.
and stand the Impossible Whopper because I end up eating it a lot because I'm vegetarian. Their fish sandwich is also good, but before they had the Impossible Whopper, they had this other vegetarian burger, and it was so good.
Even
it was
better?
like
Oh yeah.
it was like it was
Oh, I
mostly it was a
remember
veggie
those.
patty. It was thank you.
Yeah.
It was
you.
what, Patty?
Those were really good. Those were
You're the only other person who
They're
has
great.
I
had it.
disagree.
And it was like I thought it was like good. It was like because I
was definitely very surprised.
It was
I
a
thought it
what, Patty?
terrible, and it was surprisingly great.
It was a flavored veggie patty. The only thing I will say, it did have peas in it, which I don't really like, but like it had
Go ahead.
sweet potato, regular potato, I think some sort of mash. I don't know if it was like
Mashed sweet potato, regular potato, mashed potato,
There
ground
were-
potato.
Potato person must be losing their mind right now.
Yeah, where's potato lady?
I think there was like carrots in it and stuff too. But
So
Cute carrots and beans, black beans. It was
Yeah.
excellent.
It
Yeah.
wasn't.
I disagree. I disagree about the
Let Ryan
old.
talk.
I disagree about the old Burger King veggie burger. The current Impossible Whopper, big fan. Enjoy it. This also might have to do with, I don't know if Amy Shelton remembers this, but the DeKalb, Illinois Burger King has got to be the worst one in the country.
It's the worst.
So many times you walk in, there's no one there. Like there's no one behind the counter. Hello? Yeah,
There's
like
one-
you have to.
That's the best part. You don't even
like,
get to order.
There's one that's worse. Like that one supremely, like probably one of the worst. Like there's one worse one, and I went to one that's like on the north side. I think it's in Uptown. But they gave me a fish like burger instead, and I ordered the vegetarian burger. And like I did this thing where I like gasped at myself, like, did I order the wrong one? And I was like, no, I know what I ordered. I ordered like the veggie burger. And then they gave me the fish, and then I drove away, and I was like on my lunch break, and I had to be like at work in like a couple minutes, and I was like, I am gonna eat this, but also like, what if I couldn't have eaten it? You know, I had that minute in my brain where I was like, did I order it wrong? And then I like looked at the receipt, and it said veggie burger, and I was sitting there with like the fucking fish burger in my hand, and I was like, well, And I was the only person in line, and it took like.
Well,
And
that explains why.
I was the only person in line. There were 4 employees in there, and it was like I had ordered, and I was sitting there waiting to order.
Yeah. So then the only thing good about that location is that they have one of those soda machines. It's like one of those like sharper image.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, Burger King has really good graphic design. I feel like they like improved their look. They must have gone through like a design, and the insides of them like looked way cooler after a couple years. They're bringing back their old logo though.
Oh, I liked that. Their old logo is very good.
So when I got the veggie burger, it was like $8 or $9, and I think they had to sell it at that price just because no one ordered it at the time. And I ordered it, and it took 20 minutes, 25 minutes, and I'm the same situation. Like I'm the only one in this drive-through. There, like I looked like through the windows, like as I got into the drive-through, like there's no one in the restaurant, like on the floor. There are no.
It takes 4 people to make one of those.
And at that one, there was always like 2 employees like flirting, and they see you and they acknowledge you out of the side of their eye, but like.
And they're like, "Why are you watching us flirt? That's creepy."
Well, I do that at the cafe though. Like I don't know, like customer will come up and I'm like, I'll like continue talking to like my coworker, my friend, for like another like 20 seconds. It's, you know, whatever.
It was a solid like 2 minutes before they.
20 seconds seems excusable.
It's all the condiments. Like when you walk down the aisle, the mayonnaise aisle at the grocery store, you got to go like, man, people definitely exchange numbers here. Like I can just feel it.
The hollow grounds of the mayonnaise condiment aisle.
Mayonnaise right in front of the French's ketchup. Like that's where you know the people like get the most numbers.
Mayonnaise makes me so angry.
Who buys French's ketchup?
To me, Taco Bell is mayonnaise.
Why do you say that like it's an insult? What does that mean? Why are you taking a dig at mayonnaise?
I just
Shelton said it makes them angry.
It just there's something about it that I've accepted.
There's something about mayonnaise.
There's just something about mayonnaise. Yeah, it's disgusting.
That's okay. It's my ish with it, and it's not like I hate it, because I really used to hate it. And I remember when I was a kid, I wrote a rap about how much I hate mayonnaise. It wasn't like I like wrote it down. It was like
that's mayonnaise.
It was like I was at a campfire and my friends were spitting bars, and I couldn't think of anything that I hated enough to talk about. So I wrote like a rap. I don't remember it, don't ask. But like it.
Yeah, sure.
It's the idea.
You most definitely remember it.
It's the idea that there's something that has egg in it that isn't refrigerated, and I know that it's a vinegar-based.
I think that's impressive.
It's a vinegar-based preserve, and that it's like it's sealed from air until it's opened, and then it needs to be refrigerated. But there's something.
It does not, friends.
You don't need to refrigerate. Eggs don't need to be refrigerated.
Let's all free our mayonnaise from the refrigerator.
Eggs do not need to be refrigerated.
No, it's staying at room temperature.
It's only an American thing because we wash them, and the high volume factory farm eggs that you get from the store. Like, yeah, you need to take those home and put them in the fridge. But eggs inherently do not need to be refrigerated.
But once you turn it into
need
mayonnaise,
like a
you
minute to just
would,
absorb
because
this
you would be cracking the shell.
It does not. It's not. Mayonnaise does not. You see, they pasteurize the eggs in such a way that, like Hellmann's or what have you, store-bought mayonnaise only tells you to refrigerate it because it creates a textural issue. You can keep that shit on your counter.
What if you
like
make your homemade mayonnaise?
Ooh.
If you make homemade house, you absolutely need to
You know-
refrigerate it.
You know what
yes.
did me in though? Like
That's
the
why
thing,
grandma is always concerned about like the potato salad at the cookout because she's
She
used
makes
to it being
homemade
made.
wings?
You know. Oh, I mean, way back when.
Miracle Whip has no eggs in it, right?
you know what it is for me, and like I can't talk
So-
about it, or I will like literally like my body shuts down,
Well,
or like my shoulders get this severe anxiety where I can't move. It's the sound that it makes when it comes out of the container.
Oh
And-
yeah.
Oh,
And it's
John,
so
can I think John can give us a great.
No. Oh my god, I
Wait, John, can we make John full screen for a second?
hold on.
Because I know John knows.
I can't mimic the sound of a mayonnaise explosion happening. I can't do that. I have a lot of random useless talents. This is definitely not one of them. So I don't deserve full screen mode quite yet.
Okay.
My moment will come, but not here.
Okay, but I know you know the sounds I'm thinking of.
I know a video of for some reason like my YouTube feed that like it like your suggested videos when I open up the app spits the
The
dumbest
algorithm.
shit at me, and it sent me this video a couple months ago of like mass produced Korean food, and it was doing this for a couple weeks, and one of them was a garlic bread that they make the bread in the factory, and it's like it looks really delicious, but they're dealing with these massive quantities of different ingredients to make everything. And one of the things that open up is the thing of mayonnaise. And the way that like they squeeze it out is like the most vile sound that Amy wouldn't be able to process. Like Amy's head would explode.
Thank you.
So I'll send that to Ryan because I've definitely.
Yeah, I just
I'll send it to him
personally like
again.
for some reason like so we would talk about this like at parties or whatever, and my ex-boyfriend found out that certain sounds make me vomit immediately and or like just cringe so much that like I can't move. Like, and I'm like, please no one talk for the next like 5 seconds. I just like need silence. And it's like oddly like it's like one sound can be so overstimulating to me that I just like mentally collapse. And my ex thought that it would be funny for someone to like scrape a like mayonnaise jar like at a party, and I immediately threw up. Like I like had to run to the bathroom and throw up, and he was like, "Oh, it's like real. I thought it was just funny," and I was like, "No, it's like not cool."
It's not funny at all.
But
I gotta say, like,
it's just visceral. I don't know what it is about it. And you know, I think where it stems from is because I worked at a restaurant where you had to take. Oh God, it was so gross. You had to take. Oh, sorry. Okay, I can do this. I can describe why I hate this so much. Okay. It was like in a large plastic bag. There was just like you had to take the mayonnaise out of the large plastic bag and put it into a container where you could then scoop it out. Oh, sorry, I'm being reminded of it. It's so gross. It's like it was just it made like the noise.
I mean, if you worked at a restaurant, there's a chances are that a food has been ruined for you. So like I get it.
Yeah. If you're a bartender, like you can't ever look at limes like lemons the same way, or like worked in a restaurant.
Now, friends, I don't know about you, but like I have a hard time. There are some sandwiches that are just so dry. Like I cannot imagine putting down like a turkey sandwich on like that good whole wheat bread just unlubricated. You know,
You got to use avocado.
Why would you use that word?
That's a really good question.
Yeah. I mean, whenever the clown cooks for you, your food's got to be lubricated, right?
Yeah, I'm not going to oil up my turkey sandwich with some mayonnaise here.
How do we feel about sriracha mayo?
I like it.
I like that.
It's good.
Sriracha makes mayo.
I feel like I feel about sriracha the way that Taco Bell's been slandered this evening.
I think it's like if you're a hot sauce purist, then like sriracha probably isn't your thing. I feel like it's not really hot sauce. I feel like it's just kind of its own condiment.
It's absolutely hot sauce. It's just like a pretty mild hot sauce.
It's just everywhere, and when people go, "Oh, we've got a sriracha," go ahead, Skunky.
I cannot have you coming down on Hui Feng like that, man. It is
No.
Okay, hold on.
The guy is an inspiration, and I love the story, and that's really cool and all. But like, it's more of like how it like, oh, we have this new menu item. It's sriracha infused blank, and I'm expected to pay an extra like $5 for that. Like, no, I'm not going to do that.
Well, that would be a
don't.
good
This is America.
financial
You have the
decision.
choice.
Right.
I definitely
I
wouldn't
don't know
pay
the
that.
story.
Let those of us who want it enjoy it.
Hey, have it. It's still in my fridge. I don't deny that. It's in my fridge. I use it to cook.
Then how can you hate on it?
There you go.
Amazing.
Is that a bikini?
It's a dress. Yeah.
This reminds me of, there was an episode of The Hot Show a couple weeks ago where at the end of the show, I was trying to make my Halloween costume, and I was trying to make a costume where I made Mr. Peanut look sexy, and I had asked advice from a friend, and it did eventually work out, but there were some really ugly versions of it where it was like a large cape that was just
Yeah, you think it was like kind of like that.
yeah, I don't know. There was something about it that reminded me of the way that
Next year you should go as sexy Joe Biden.
Hold on. Mr. Peanut is already sexy, so I don't know what you're talking about.
That's funny because that's exactly what Hot said. He was like, but he's already got those legs.
Hello?
For me, it's the monocle. Anybody in a monocle just really gets me rock hard, you know.
Right.
Interesting. So, what do you think about the dad from the Umbrella Academy? Do you really get him? Does he really get you going?
What do you think about the Monopoly Man?
Yeah.
The Monopoly Man, I want to tug on his mustache.
I believe, actually, he
Doesn't-
does not have a monocle.
Really?
Oh, well,
I'm looking this up. I don't believe you.
This is something that I remember seeing one time.
I feel like he's been designed. I feel like there's been versions with it and versions with him without it.
It's
But
possible.
he doesn't have one.
Yeah, there's versions with and without.
Okay.
I just said that,
Wow,
Ryan.
the number one. I did say that. Would you say that? The number one Google people also ask question: did the Monopoly Man ever wear a monocle?
And immediately underneath it says the fun fact: the Monopoly Man has never had a monocle. The monocle or eyeglass is old-fashioned form of eyeglass.
Get the fuck out of here!
Hold on, let me finish. Has become synonymous with Mr. Monopoly, and yet he has never actually wore one.
Did
outside of the bedroom.
Did the Six Flags guy wear a monocle?
No, he was
Oh, he had like Harry glasses.
Just glasses, yeah.
They were Harry glasses.
Okay. But do you guys want to talk about the Six Flags guy?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's really unpack that. Because I had an uncle who looked just like him, and we used to call him I don't even remember his name. Six Flags Uncle.
Oh.
Because my grandpa
Uncle
had
Six Flags.
13 siblings, and
Right.
at a certain point when you're a kid, you just like describe them as what they look like because you're not sure. And this guy looked just like the Six Flags guy, and I remember we told him that. And then we pulled up a YouTube video for him to watch, like on a home computer. And he was like, "Oh, that's funny. That does kind of look like me." But like the way that I said that, he said it like 8,000 times slower. Oh, that's funny. That does kind of look like me.
Oh, I guess that looks like me.
Anything sounds wise if you say it really slow.
You know, I have a song that's pretty appropriate for this moment. If you'd like to hear it.
Yeah, please.
Oh, I wish. I wish that I could pull that out right now. Hold on. Let's be tortoises, slow and steady, step by careful step towards our goal. We're leaving our home. Who needs more than this? Let's be tortoises. Ready, set, let's go. Thank you.
That was great.
Lovely song.
Welcome back, PDF.
Grr. Grr.
I know that this is a bit of a change of topic, but it's similar to the topic. There, have you guys seen Arrested Development?
Yes.
I was having a conversation with someone. I was like, I feel like people in America think that people with British accents sound smart. Like it doesn't really matter what they're saying, but like we just think that they sound smart because they have a British accent. But when like if you think about it, there's definitely people that aren't smart that have British accents. And then my friend reminded me of that episode of Arrested Development with the super cringe comedy where like he starts dating that woman because she has a British accent and he thinks that she's smart, but she's actually mentally handicapped.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like
Yeah.
so cringe, but when everything plays out, like it's so well like cut and scripted. Like it's you're right, Max. It is an incredibly fucked up episode, but like it's
Isn't
so.
that like the whole season?
It's at least I think it's only one episode where he dates.
I thought it was at least a multi-episode arc.
It was a
like throughout
Okay.
the season where like they like the whole courtship and like her meeting the family and
because
yeah.
you watch it the first time and you have no idea, and then you watch it the second time and you're like, oh no.
The thing about her in the Olympics.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Oh, it's like so cringe. It's like I can't. I say this as somebody who like, you know, like one of my close family members is like mentally handicapped and I'm like it's cringe, but like it's like the way that it's written is like everything is set up so perfectly to make you laugh.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I'm really kind of curious if you are able to trace back how you started talking about that.
Because
from us talking slowly.
Because remember I said anything sounds wise if you say it really slow.
Okay, great. Got it. Thank you.
So I got there from a lot of the times, like I have cousins that are English and when they're talking, I'm like, they can sound drunk and just like, we had one cousin that was at a wedding and he goes, I don't want to make out of it. And I'm like, what the fuck is this man saying? And I'm like, I know that he said, like, I don't want a Michelob, I want a Miller. But, like, dear Lord, like, I was like, you sound classy somehow while, like, derangedly drunk. And I think that when I sound like that in my own accent, it just sounds dumb.
Americans just, yeah, it has to be the least intelligent sounding accent around the world.
But you got to question how many. But it's only easy to compare us to England because we both speak English. Like I can't. Given I think all the French people sound like dickheads when they talk. But like I don't know. Like I was in New Orleans last month, and I got to tell you, like that Southern drawl accent makes me laugh so hard, and I just can't explain why. Like when I just hear people going, we're like, "Oh, can I take your order?" I can't fucking handle it. And
right. You're not like a Southern lawyer in like 1940 that was not serving you.
But that's the thing is like the South as a whole, I would say, yeah, but like New Orleans and Louisiana is fucked up because it's different on a whole different level. Like it's open container. The legal system isn't based on common law. It's based on French law. Like nothing about that city makes any fucking sense. And like it's a lawless endeavor when you go down there. And like the amount of people at this wedding who were like the servers and like the bartenders be like, "What can I get you to drink?" And I'm like,
I see.
yeah, I almost felt like I was in a Foghorn Leghorn sketch at a certain point. Like, this isn't real.
Who live in Louisiana, and a couple of them are from the Bayou, and when they have
about it.
When they have some booze and they're talking together, like it's kind of hard for me to understand what they're saying. But I remember I was dating someone who was from Jordan, and I was explaining to him that like there are different like versions of English that even I can't understand as someone who's fluent in English, and it's really difficult for me to understand like Scottish accents or New Zealanders. Like when you're pronouncing some of the names, it's like it's spelled one way, and then like what they say is something entirely different. Like it's like those letters, how did that make that sound? Like I don't know. Or if you're watching Trainspotting, like that's a really difficult one for me. If I don't have the subtitles on, I can't understand it at all.
Go to New England and you can't understand a fucking word they say half the time. Like the cities aren't pronounced how they're written. Like Worcester, Mass is pronounced Worcester. It makes no sense.
Yeah, I went to Boston. Man, I wish Jason was still on the call, but it's in Boston. I want to draw. I'm gonna bring
like that one.
It's like the Flying Lotus cover. Is that what you're going for?
No, it's just kind of.
Do you know what I'm talking about?
No, actually, I don't.
Oh, look up. Or can I share?
No, you can't.
Present? Yeah, share screen. Cool.
Now, I do feel like I'd like to bring up something that came up on the last episode. I don't have everything here, but I do want to, like, we came up with a whole cast of characters last week, and I'd like to bring them back up a little bit because I think I just want to get them out there as, like, free domain characters. Yeah, okay. We got the whole cast here. This is the cast of the Miss Bird show. That's Miss Bird. She's looking a little rough in that picture, though. And then there on the left, the snake wearing a hat. That's Jimothy. And he's got a friend up at the top there, Mumbly Joe, who you can't really understand what he says, except for the only thing you can make out for sure is a smorgasbord. Otherwise, it kind of sounds a bit like
Okay.
And then there's Timothy down at the bottom there wearing a
Yes, Timothy.
cupcake on his head, and that's Miss Bird's tagline. Yes, Timothy. So I just want to get these out there in case you ever want to use those characters. Anyone is free to use these characters.
Royalty free.
Royalty free, yeah.
Great.
I forgot about the corn dog.
Yeah, there's also.
I like the look of that corn dog.
Yeah, it's a corn dog.
I think
Ryan, for the last time, you can't be a corn dog when you grow up, okay? We talked about this at least 14 times.
Or kind.
14 times.
corn dog.
I was gonna say when I was in Maine about a month ago, there I didn't really hear the accent and you know the whole trip and like oh maybe you know the accent is kind of sensationalized whatever, and then the last day of our trip, like the last thing we did before we went to the airport, I was like on a mission. I was like, all right, for lunch, I really want to have like an authentic, like New England seafood experience, and not like a nice sit down place, just like a real like this is a place to just get a good lobster roll, a good crab, whatever. We found this place, and you know, again, most people didn't really hear the accent. And then these two locals start talking about some restaurant that's closed for the season, and this woman says, "Yeah, they reopen in March." And I'm like, "Oh Jesus, it's real."
Speaking of accents that you overhear, when I was in college, we went to Myrtle Beach one year for spring break, and I went with a group of 8 guys, and 2 of them are like my best friends from college, and we're all still pretty close, but 3 of us out of 8 decided to break off and go do something for ourselves for lunch one day, and we went to this, like, for lack of a better term, this like picnic table style like hamburger serving in like a paper, nothing fancy kind of place, but they also serve booze. And waitress took our order, and then on the way, table behind us, she's like taking their order too, and I overhear this really polite, like, gotta be in her 70s, just little old grandma lady. And she just goes, "You know what? I think I'm going to treat myself. I think I'm going to have a natural light." And I just went, "Oh, fuck this." Like, this can't be your treat. A natty light can't be your treat. But, I mean, if that's what does it for you, have at it. It's a free country.
Au natural.
An au natural light.
I tried to make the corn dog background look like it was more of a background, and now it looks like a wine glass.
What's the guy on the dog? I thought the dog thing was more of a corn dog.
It is a corn dog. This is also a corn dog because I was eating a corn dog.
Oh.
Yeah, that was a different picture that came up.
Corn doggy.
Corn doggy dog. So what about? Oh my god, I want to Snoop. You know what I'm gonna do today? Instead of making art on drawing something, I'm gonna put Snoop Dogg's face on a corn dog. I'm gonna do that because that seems like it will be fun.
You could be Snoop Corndogg.
Yeah.
Snoop Corny Dog.
I think you should send it to him when you're done.
Okay.
And then he can roll a blunt with the art and smoke it.
Do you think I should do it with the mustard on top, or just a regular corn dog?
I feel like whatever. I feel like mustard is like a iconic like corn dog. The swirl.
I think you can do both.
I think I'll choose whatever is easiest to Photoshop.
Put a big squelchy glob of mayonnaise on there.
A big what glob?
Scorchy.
Squelchy.
Squelchy.
I'll share my screen as soon as I get all the files that I need for this.
You know what's worse than squeezing mayo out of the jar or out of the bottle is squeezing the jelly out of the squeezy bottle. I never do well with that.
I think that's
Mayonnaise is worse.
morally wrong. Jelly shouldn't be in a squeeze bottle.
But this way you don't dirty your knife into the jelly jar and then into the peanut butter jar.
Okay, I'm sold. I will totally.
Like this to me, this is such a like it's so easy to just take your glob of peanut butter with
Yeah.
you, put it on one, squeeze the jelly on, and then you have to worry about contamination.
Well, it was a really good argument.
Winning.
But it always, but once you in the jar, they haven't mastered the squeeze jelly jar technology, because half the time you try and go for a big squeeze and then it slurps back up into the bottle.
It's remarkable how it comes out and goes back up the spout. It really
And so much too. So much comes out, and you think, "Oh, I got a lot out," and then
You need a knife for just to cut it.
The noise that you just made right there, that was horrible. Are you guys seeing the screen that I'm sharing?
No,
definitely not.
I can put it up if you want.
I'm trying to find a good picture of Snoop Dogg to use for this corn dog.
I mean, I can put it up if you want.
It's okay.
You kind of said you wanted to wait, so
Yeah, wait a minute here. In a minute, I'm gonna need a sentimental.
I don't want to wait for your flicks
to get colder.
Mm-hmm.
I was gonna sing about the picture of Snoop. For that picture of Snoop Dogg.
I want to see it right now.
I'm gonna find a good pic.
Found a good pick.
I might just use one that's easy to take out of Photoshop. You know what? Share this for a sec. I might need help deciding.
Add it to the stream.
I don't want to pick. So you're gonna make a picture of Snoop Dogg as a corn dog? Is that what we're?
Yeah, I feel like this one would be.
How is that gonna work?
It's a great question. I'm also really curious.
Well,
You could make his goatee corn dog.
What? Are you gonna like blend his face into a picture of a corn dog?
I think
yeah,
we're all
like blending it.
I think
the
all,
one you had was right.
I think we're all anxious to see what you're gonna do with this.
I think the picture originally had up is the one.
I think this one would be easy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Liked his head out. And it's the most recognizable as him. However, I would also like to share this photo.
Is that his high school?
Yeah, him and I think it was what is her name? Not Gwyneth Paltrow. She's a
Selma Hayek.
No, she's a blonde actress.
Scarlett Johansson.
Not great. Hold on. Snoop Dogg, high school.
Cameron Diaz?
Yeah, Cameron Diaz and him.
He went to high school with Cameron.
Yeah, accurate. Pretty blonde actress who's not very good.
Yeah, I just couldn't remember.
Who also
blonde actress? Who
Oh yeah, she was in There's Something About Mayo.
Yeah. she was the mayo.
She was the mayo.
She was the titular mayo.
Was Snoop Dogg rich?
Snoop Dogg?
Oh my God, yeah.
Is he?
He's
No.
like super wealthy.
No.
Is he
when
like,
he was
but is
growing
he like
up.
rich with character?
No, was he rich? With
Medium rich.
Yes. Did they go to a rich school?
No, he's not.
I think he's not. I think Shaq is probably richer, but
I'm talking about when he was a kid.
No.
No, he definitely didn't have money growing up.
He was. he went to, like, it's crazy to think that, like, I remember seeing this tweet that was like, oh, like, it's crazy to think that, like, people who are younger than us, like, don't remember that, like, Snoop Dogg went to jail, like was on trial for murder, and like it was like
I did not know that.
it was for self-defense. Like, he got off because it was self-defense, but but it's interesting to think that, like, there are people who are like, that's that guy who, like, bakes muffins. Like,
He's friends
that's-
with Martha Stewart.
yeah.
Who's also been to jail. People like I've definitely
That's why
met,
they're friends. They bonded.
I've met like 2 or 3 younger guys at my office who like did not know that Martha Stewart had gone to jail for insider trading. I'm like, it's not like it's common knowledge, but like it's also not hidden knowledge either.
I thought it was.
It's common knowledge for sure. People like it was on the Justin Bieber roast. Like, it's common knowledge.
I saw Martha Stewart roast.
Huh?
Roast who?
Martha Stewart did a roast.
Yeah, she did.
Martha Stewart has
Justin Bieber's
baked many
roast.
roasts.
What?
Good point.
She's made many a roast.
Ryan, that was fucking beautiful.
I think she was at the Bob Saget one too.
Oh yeah.
She did really well at
she
delivering the jokes that other people wrote for her.
Oh, totally.
Well, that's true of many comedians. Like any late night host has.
I wasn't saying that as like a diss. I was just saying.
Well, it sounded like a real diss. I'm sorry, but it sounded very.
None of her jokes were half baked.
It's a good thing.
Do you think she smokes weed?
Totally.
I think if she's not a weed smoker, Snoop Dogg definitely like forced her to.
just by like inhaling.
Yeah, like just by being next to him.
At this point, like Snoop Dogg exhales weed like toast. So you just get high by talking to him.
Mm-hmm.
Why do you think they're friends?
I wonder if his weed is actually good.
Prison gossip.
He's rich.
Like the like his brand.
Well,
he has a brand of weed.
Oh yeah.
I like it when people spell weed double or OID. That's funny.
This is where
Never
things
seen that.
tricky.
It's a very online thing, but I find it humorous. Oh yeah, he's a corn dog now.
He's not a corn dog yet, but he's getting there.
No, I think
God, it's like watching someone create a world of their own, design. You're creating the creatures that are going to inhabit it.
Shelton, what if you did a series of celebrities as corn dogs?
I'm sure that people would like
that. Would
that.
Be hard.
You would make so many waves on the interweb.
If I could get a little bit of cash on the side for doing something like that, that would be fun.
I think you could probably get a BuzzFeed article.
I feel like let's start with this one. Let's see how it goes.
It's already fully successful, so I don't think we need to wait anymore.
Yeah, I feel like this is like ready to go straight to DVD. Like we don't need to, we can skip the movie theater.
I think it's ready to go Blu-ray.
I think what we really need is some hashtags to get this trending.
Corn dog, Snoop Dogg. Hashtag corn dog, Snoop Dogg.
I think there should be there should be a collection of these, and you just upload them to Reddit.
Can we share this as a poster for the hot show?
Sure.
Ooh, nice blending.
Yeah, make it a hot show meme. Just say hot doggy dog or hot cat.
What made me think of this? I think we were just talking about horror. No, I just thought of this in my own brain.
Nobody had anything to do with this.
Your own idea.
Don't try to blame us.
I was like, who made me think of this? And I was like, that was me.
This is an authentic original Shelton for sure.
Yeah. I'm sure someone has already done this, but I thought of it in this moment, so I wanted to make it happen.
Can you do Guy Fieri as a pile of spaghetti and meatballs next?
Yeah.
Thank you.
So it's not just corn dogs; it's like the celebrity and the food.
Well, he already kind of looks like a corn dog, so it doesn't really do any good to like make it happen.
What would Danny DeVito be?
A meatball.
Oh yeah, meatball.
What
He would
sound-
be meatwad.
It has to sound like DeVito.
He's meatwad. That's it.
Okay, but what sounds like DeVito?
Throw me in the trash.
Nice snail.
Charlie, roll me over here.
Man, I really wish. You know that tool where it makes
great
it
show.
look like Max, can you help me out? What's that tool that makes like when you draw something, it like looks like liquid? You know what I mean?
The liquefy tool?
Yeah.
That's in the filters, I think.
Is
But
that
you
only?
usually-
Oh, is that only in text?
No, it
AI.
can work on anything, but it has to be like a raster layer. So you could.
How do I do that?
I don't exactly know what you're trying to do, so tell me that first, and I'll tell you.
I want to make mustard that's like liquidy, but like
Oh, so you're trying to draw liquid?
yeah.
Huh. I don't really know how you would do that.
Watch your color grading on this. Watch your greens, watch your magentas.
We'll get
Ryan,
there.
I get what you're trying to say, but that does not. No,
Just watch them, okay?
you're just
Watch
excited that you know what that word means. It's like, love you.
I'm just. I just want you
Is it
to.
a type of
I just.
brush?
I just want everything to be balanced.
Okay, it's like the liquefy to. Okay, here we go. Liquefy.
Yeah, but that's not what liquefy does. Liquefy lets you like morph and bend images. And
Okay, well maybe I create a different one where I make it look like mustard. New.
could you just use a brush?
Well, I wanted it to look like really like it oozed out, you know? Oh god, we're back to the mayonnaise again. Alright.
I think you could use a brush for that, but maybe you know something that I've never heard of that would work better.
Should we maybe continue this offline and then maybe present it on the
Actually,
next show?
I feel like this looks okay.
Yeah,
Ta-da.
you could like use Bevel and Emboss to make the
You're not
the mustard look 3D.
you're not really into this, Ryan. You don't want to like.
What would you rather be doing,
I'm
Ryan?
very into it.
How could we do anything other than this?
As much as I would love to stick around, I'm quite aghast from the day, and I do have an early morning start to tomorrow. So
Well,
I do need to send my final goodbyes.
I so appreciate you being here. You really are welcome anytime. It's been such a pleasure to have you here on the Hot Show.
It's been really, really great. I can't thank you enough for having me. I would absolutely love to come back, and to thank you to each of you for making me feel welcome. And it's been a hoot and a holler.
Yeah.
Thanks for being here.
Thanks for being present.
It was a hoot and a holler. Great to have you.
Can we just have a
I
quick?
can't wait to see the
holler?
finished Snoop Dogg next week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And look for Guy Fieri in the future also as spaghetti and meatballs.
And we'll finish up our yogurt complaint letter.
Oh
next
yeah,
week.
yeah.
I'll finish composing that.
Yeah, it's a holiday season. Everyone's got a busy schedule. We've got time.
Right.
Can you read it out loud so far?
Yeah, I'll read it as PDF is getting out of here. Thank you again so much.
Thanks for being here, PDF.
Dear Big Yogurt, where do you get off? Why are you giving us the fruit with the bad attitude? Baditude. You're playing with my heart. As a man of culture, no pun intended, we expect you to keep the lid on this. That's what we've got so far.
What are you complaining about?
I think it's pretty obvious.
I got it. Yeah.
No,
Is it not
it was
obvious?
obvious.
It's the low-hanging fruit.
I got a yogurt the other day that had some bad fruit in it, and it wasn't like expired or spoiled. It was just like you could tell the fruit was like giving me the finger when I opened up the lid, like, ugh, fuck this guy.
I
What
still
fruit
have no
was it?
idea what you mean by that.
They were just like
I
the
understand
angriest
you.
looking peach chunks I've ever seen, and I don't know why, because peaches are normally such happy fruit.
Oh, is it like that they were like oddly disheveled, like into strange
Yeah.
Black, they barely had any color
They lacked
whatsoever.
character.
Okay.
And the character that they did have was just bad. It was baditude. It wasn't a pleasant morning breakfast with my yogurt.
It was not cromulent.
Would you say that it was uncultured?
No, it was definitely cultured. I could get the sense that it was definitely alive.
The fruit,
The yogurt.
but the fruit was
Oh,
dead.
there, we got another one. We got another one.
Yeah, I got two. It was supposed to be the fruit mixed into the yogurt, but it
It
just
was
didn't.
the yogurt mixed into the fruit.
I guess you could say that, and you wouldn't be wrong. But the fruit is the problem here, not the yogurt mixed into what? Who's mixed into who? It's just the yogurt. The yogurt's fine. The fruit is the problem.
The fruit looks like butt.
Who's mixed
B-U-T.
into who?
It was, yeah. It's like when you get a stale candy bar at the grocery store checkout aisle. It's just the worst thing ever.
That's never happened to me.
Oh Lord, I'm so.
You are a fortunate soul, let me tell you.
I guess so. I didn't really know that was possible.
Also, before you take off real quick, I do want to. I have been charting the time spent Shelton being with Ryan and
Oh
PDF
Lord, no.
with the number of snorts that have happened. This is about what we've gotten so far.
That's good. That's a good looking chart there.
Good looking chart there.
All
Hey,
kinds
look
of
at this graph.
bars,
Charted
all
that.
kinds of bars and colors and axes.
Can I share? I'm sorry, I have to share this before you go because what happened? I tried to put the mustard on both sides. Now it looks like funny little pigtails.
Oh yeah, you got it. Yeah, see that.
Hold on. If I rotate.
Yeah, it looks like really, really crude, like Teen Girl Squad, like crude animation.
Oh my god, that's some like 1999 Adult Swim type shit.
Maybe you could make a cartoon, Shelton.
The corn dog.
I'm just gonna allow it to be this.
Great.
I like it how it is.
Oh my god, that's too good.
All right, Boston, we'll let you get out of here.
Yeah.
All
Thanks.
right, now you kids don't stay up too late eating sugar cereals.
I will try our best.
No tricks here. No tricks here.
Oh, no tricks. That's right.
Toodaloo.
All right, good eve.
You take care now.
Excellent type of God and Snoop Dogg. Snoop Corndoggy Dog.
What a great fellow.
Yeah. What a great fellow. All right.
His name was John.
Yes.
I believe it was PDF. Pepperoni Dog Fart.
Oh, I thought it was Pretty Dog Fart.
Oh no, I accidentally saved this on my cloud
So,
instead of on my computer.
All right.
I don't know how to get off there.
does anybody else have access to your cloud?
Yeah, my whole work.
Oh, that's terrible. You're gonna get fired tomorrow.
No, I'm not. Somebody
Yeah,
else-
you
What's
are. Your
this?
career is over. Don't even bother going back.
It's fine. They'll just laugh
It's
at
too
me.
late.
They'll be like, "How did you do this?" And I'm like,
What? I don't know anything about this.
"How did
Folks,
that?"
I'm afraid I must be going as well. I too have an early start.
I feel like I should also go.
But,
We can do, like, a live song with John.
Yeah, this has been great, and I'm gonna I'm
Thanks
going to
so
implore him
much
to come on again.
thanks for hanging out. Thanks for hanging out. It's been a real pleasure.
Hey, it's always great.
Thank you for being here
And,
today.
Ooh, the royal wave.
No.
Have you been watching The Crown too?
That was a reference to Princess Diaries, which I don't know if you know this, was directed by Whitney Houston. Or not directed by, Whitney Houston was one of the producers. I found that out recently and I was floored.
Why does she do that?
Princess Diaries is an incredible film, and if you're gonna shit talk it the way that you
No, I just like, why was
No,
Whitney
I'm just
Houston-
kind of confused. I'm confused in her involvement too, because great movie.
Did she
It's kind of
produce
like
the
how
movie?
Danny DeVito is a producer on Pulp Fiction. Like what is that?
Yeah, how did that happen too?
Yeah,
You know
look it
what?
up.
I saw Danny DeVito on a Dorito. That's what I was thinking of. And I remember
What a sentence! Oh man!
It's like Jesus on a toast.
no, if somebody
I saw Danny DeVito in the trash.
Somebody did illustrations like this before. I thought Snoop Corndogg.
Hang on.
But there is someone who's done illustrations like this before, but I think I can't
Darn
remember
it.
what their name was.
Your claim to fame is ruined.
You know what? I had fun doing it. I'm gonna quickly Google like
Wait.
Snoop Dogg Corn Dog, and I'm sure that somebody's already done this.
What do you got, Ryan?
No one. Nope. There's one on a hot dog.
Can you
Sure.
oh, there we go.
I think I saw that before.
Does someone have a tattoo of that?
Yeah, it's the first one. It's the first one. That illustrator is really good, and he does all sorts. Or that person, I don't know. If
That one looks disgusting.
It's so good. They have so many others.
Like, gross.
But they do.
Danny DeVito.
I think
Danny
they even have a Guy Fieri. I can't remember what he's on.
He's on top.
Ooh, I like that.
That's bizarre looking.
What a strange image.
It's a premium adult hooded slanket.
Ooh, this is an interesting kind of like photorealistic take.
I kind of like that, and I love it. Honestly,
He's on a
Danny
Cheeto,
DeVito.
too.
The Cheeto one is kind of scary.
Yeah.
This
is like
there's
I'm
one of
several
him.
pages down.
There's one of him as a
there's
ham.
more.
Scroll back up. There was one of him as a
really
ham.
upset that I can't find the artist.
ham?
Like,
Yeah, there.
Oh yeah.
And I think that's the tattoo.
Read that out.
It's the artist name is
69 delightful Danny DeVito tattoos. Tattoo ideas, artists, and models.
Oh my god, the ham. That's incredible. Can you click on that?
Ham.
Can we get that bigger and see more of it for more time, please?
Danny DeVito. Ooh.
Okay, here we go. All right, I found the artist. I'm gonna.
Wait.
Oh wow, that's really good.
Just look up.
Mike Wazowski. Flanye West is
Oh,
also
no.
a good.
Flan?
Y'all still
They
there?
did Kanye
Yeah.
West is a flan.
I think you dropped out for a second there.
Tuna Fey.
Tuna Fey?
Oh, it's just
All right.
here we go.
Oh, man.
This is the name
These
of
are-
the
I think your screen might be frozen. It's not changed from Mike Wachowski for a while.
Oh Lord.
You.
We've delved down.
Mm-hmm.
He has a very specific fandom. Who is he married to again?
This is kind of like the Snoop Dogg
Are they still
corn
together?
dog.
I think so.
Him and his wife.
I haven't heard
No.
of them
Isn't it the lady who? he
They're
married?
not. Rhea Perlman and Danny DeVito are not together. They're not married.
Oh.
Are they together?
I don't think they're together.
He would have made a good Willy Wonka.
Oh yeah, that's a really good point. I never thought about that before.
All
That'd
right.
be interesting to see.
I gotta go.
Okay,
But what about Flanye?
I do want to see these really bad.
All right, so this is the name of the artist, but Tuna Fey. Pretty good. Danny DeVito.
Amy Crueler.
Okra Winfrey.
Kanye West. Oprah Winfrey.
Urethra Franklin.
Stop it.
Classic. It's a classic one.
But this is the name of the artist. And I can't find... Like, those are the only... There were so many more food ones that he had, or this person had. Food puns.
Okay. Goodbye.
All
What?
right.
Don't you
Goodbye.
want to
So-
stay for?
It's self-control.
Okay, I don't know.
Oh, we found the website.
Scrotumnose.com.
Comics and projects. Celebrity Eats. Here we go. Oh, God, these are good. Freddie Murphy. Oprah Winfrey. Kanye West. Steak children.
That one did surprise me. Wow.
I had never seen this one before. I think I've seen all the other ones, but I hadn't seen this one.
It's pretty great.
Stephen
Okay.
Colbert.
Yeah.
What's after this one? Tuna Fey.
Tuna Fey. Danny
Dorito.
All right.
Freddie Murphy. What? That's it?
I think so.
Let's see you make some.
Yeah, let's think of some. What was the one I thought of earlier?
What could Guy Fieri be?
Oh, well, what was brought up was him as spaghetti and meatballs, but
Honestly, I still kind of
Guacamole.
want to do it, but what rhymes with Fieri? Or Fieri?
Yeah, I don't know.
or
Either-
like that works like that. Yeah.
Guy Tortellini? I don't know. All right, we got to find a good picture of Guy Fieri.
Oh yeah. I thought of Amy Crueler instead of Amy Poehler.
What's a cruller?
It's like a kind of like a donut.
Yeah. Some kind of donut thing.
This is very easy to Photoshop.
I
Oh no, Guy Fieri hates the shirt you must associate with him. That's a bummer. But it's really easy to Photoshop. So,
Guy Fieri hates the Photoshop you did of him.
spaghetti and meatballs?
I feel like you're right that there's something else there, but
Guy Spaghetti.
Guy Spaghetti, that works. Maybe that's why. Guy Spaghetti.
spaghetti.
Spaghetti, what should I type in to make it like more like less like nice photo, more like stock image.
Open source stock image. Do the one where the guy's eating the spaghetti and make him eating Guy Fieri.
No, that's scary. I want it to be like, I want it to be spaghetti and meatballs. But I want to put his head on the meatball.
I think Danny DeVito looks like a meatball.
In a cute way.
Sure, yeah. I'm not trying to slam Danny DeVito by any stretch of the imagination.
I feel like this one would work, but there's 3 too many. Unless I put 3 Guy Fieri's. No, that could work.
I think you're right.
Or larger. Where's image tools? Larger. Size. Large.
Remember to hydrate wherever you are.
Jennifer Flaniston.
Find a track.
They already did on you, but
Oh yeah. Jennifer Graniston, and it's a grand muffin, or Braniston because it's
hey,
a
I
grand
can hear
muffin.
the song because you're talking over it. Oh. How do I get one that's free? That I won't get in trouble for
I
using?
think you do, like, there's an option in the tools for fair use or something. Oh yeah, it's no. There's like an option in the tools. It's called usage rights.
Creative Commons licenses?
Yeah.
These all suck.
Well, Google image search is not the best way to search for stock photos. I would use a website called pexels.com. It has great free to use stock photography.
I mean, can't I just use any image as long as I'm not selling it?
Yeah.
Wait, licensable means you can use it, right?
Yeah, but licensable usually means you have to pay for it.
This one's like perfect.
I mean, for this purpose, I don't think it really matters.
I don't think it does either. I'm just going to go ahead and use this one.
Yeah. You're definitely not going to get in trouble for it.
I think that we have one viewer currently. I'm not going to say anything. I'm guessing Max.
I mean, if they ask, I'm going to have to tell them the truth.
You're willing to put the licensing people ahead of your friend?
What I'm not willing to do is
It's an educational
compromise my integrity.
I'm learning how to use this thing in Photoshop.
And like, you can make art with anything, though. I don't think you can possibly violate a copyright by just making this, as far as I know.
Yeah, even if you use it like a meme, like.
Well, I think a meme would be considered a violation of copyright, but since you're not making money, no one would ever be able to get any damages from it.
I once again want to reiterate that the amount of people that will likely ever see this is so minuscule.
True.
Yeah.
But if they ask me, I will have to tell them.
In what situation do you think that someone's going to ask you about this?
Well, like if I'm on iStockPhoto.com and they get my information and then ask me if Shelton ever violated their copyrights.
That's never going to happen because this is. I'm just trying to learn how to use these photos.
I didn't know we were ever under the impression that it was going to happen.
You seemed like you were taking it really seriously. All right.
No, that's just my sense of humor. There's no way I took that even remotely seriously.
Do you think I should make like his whole head like the meatball, or like should he just be
I
emerging
think so, yeah.
out of the meatball?
I think you.
No, I think
I
his
think
head
he should be emerging out of the meatball.
I
Like,
do kind of like the idea of his hand going up like that.
yeah, I kind of like it. It's like maybe like it's the sauce, you know.
His hand's the sauce.
Guy marinara.
I like it. All right, I think I found a good picture for it. Normal.
Marinara Bamford.
Did you see this? What's happening? Oh God. It's the way that he just becomes the meatball.
Yeah, it's kind of weird. I feel like you're trying to go for the other way,
Yeah, I was just gonna
where he's like coming out of it, but he's kind of his face and stuff is being
became-
replaced by the meatball.
right.
Remember to eat wherever you are.
Where a what?
I actually sang the wrong lyric.
Remember to eat wherever you
Remember to eat wherever before you get mad, before you get sad. Have a snack, a nibble, maybe a feast. Oh please, let's eat.
Love it.
Yeah, I kind of screwed it up. I haven't practiced that in a little while.
I really enjoyed that.
John Breadrolta.
Pretty good.
I thought so too.
Mm. I like that, like the flames. Like, I think maybe I should add some flames into this, you know, the spaghetti. Guy for spaghetti.
Somebody's name rhymes with gravy, right?
Yeah, there's probably a Davy out there, right?
Whatever happened to Gravy Train?
Oh, I started writing a song. This is a few weeks back now. Let me see if I remember how to play it. Because you asked a question to me, Max, at one point in an episode recently.
What's the
And
question?
the question was, do I have a song about bok choy? Bok choy, bok choy, baby, don't you wait on me. I see you've been eating your greens. Bok choy, baby, don't you sleep on this. I hope you've been cleaning your messes. That's all I got so far.
I like
think
that
it's
so
pretty
far.
good.
Bok choy.
There has to be a part where you're like, bok, 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 bok choy.
Oh yeah, walking like a
Bok,
chicken.
bok,
Yeah.
bok, 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 bok choy. 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 Bok choy, baby, don't you wait on me. Sleeping in your green. Bok choy, baby, don't you sleep on this. I hope you've been cleaning your messes. Bok choy, bok, 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 bok choy. Bok, 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 bok choy. Bok, 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 bok choy. Bok, 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 bok choy.
Do you know what it's about? Because it doesn't really seem about bok choy at all.
No, I don't really know what it's about.
I enjoy it either way.
Yeah,
It would be interesting.
sometimes I feel like it seems like a song is like you think a song about bok choy would be maybe more directly about bok choy, but it didn't turn out that way. It took me by surprise, kind of.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, me too. I thought you were
Right.
just going to talk about bok choy.
I mean, it's kind of like loosely referencing, but also I feel like
Right.
touches
But
on
it doesn't
other.
seem to be about choy. Like bok
Right.
choy seems to be a metaphor for something.
Yeah.
Or like metaphor for a person that you're talking to.
Hmm.
Speaking of bok choy, who could be bok choy?
Oh, I'm about to have fun with this.
The rock choy.
The rock choy.
All right, yep, that's next. That's
That's
next.
pretty good. Isn't there a reporter with the last name Choi?
I'm sure there is. It's a pretty common last name.
Yeah, but like, I'm thinking of a famous.
Well, apparently not famous enough, because I can't help you out with that either.
Wait, what was? Wait, you just said one. The Rock Choi.
So dumb.
I like it.
Or you could do Sam Rock Choi.
I don't know who that is.
Who is that?
Sam Rockwell.
I don't think that
Um,
is as good as The Rock.
Yeah, I think you're right.
This might be different than like for a hot show conversation, but do you remember the other day when we were talking about like that jam session where that Erica was part of, where it was like only women, and it was incredible because you could like actually like hear all the musicians and they can't like they contributed like well with each other.
Mm-hmm. A lot of good listening.
Um,
The Pleiades series, once a month at Elastic Arts in Chicago. Check it out.
It's dope that it's once a month. I'm definitely gonna check that out because I went to a thing that was a free jazz thing yesterday, and I was there with my friend who is autistic, and like, and I have ADHD, so I was like overwhelmed, and then we decided because it was just like a ton of people just making loud music over each other, and you couldn't fucking hear anything. I was like, this sucks. Like it was an overall unenjoyable experience. Oh my god.
Where was that?
I thought I wasn't drawing on the layer. Shit.
Uh-oh.
No.
The rock joy. Baby, don't you wait on me. I see you been on breeze.
Guy Fieri on spaghetti.
Guy Fieri on spaghetti.
I'm gonna like morph his face to be more or warp it to be person.
Guy Fieri on spaghetti.
I kind of like this one better. Can you still tell that it's Guy Fieri?
What?
Can you still tell that it's Guy Fieri?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
A little bit
Lindsay
more.
Lomain.
Yeah, that we're doing.
That's a good one. That's a good one. I think that if you need to leave in a little more hair.
Lindsay Lomain. What was it? The Rock Bok Choy.
The Rock Choi.
The Rock Choy.
And I think you could spell it either with the C or not.
I'm just really not liking how this one's turning out right now.
I mean, it's a tricky one. It's a tricky one for sure.
What was a loud noise?
That was. That was a kind of quiet noise.
Charcuterie.
Nah.
It's a mouthful.
I recognize the effort, but it didn't work.
Yeah.
Well, it works for me.
If it was somebody whose name is more like Charlotte.
Char.
It's like his left sunglasses just doesn't flow with where this. Actually, maybe.
Is there a Char?
Okay, maybe that'll work. This is better. I feel like it's already better.
I think one issue with it is the fact that his part is so small.
Yeah, I almost feel like he kind of has to be like all of the meatballs.
And even then, the meatball is a very small part of this image.
Right.
So maybe if it was just a meatball.
You could also, I mean, cropping the image closer would be probably a good idea. Like
how it is now?
Yeah, yeah. I feel like that would help a lot. Yeah, that's tricky.
It's just maybe one that I come back to on a different day.
Yeah, great art takes time.
You know, honestly, I kind of like where it's at right here.
What?
I kind of like how it is right here.
It is. It is kind of nice.
It's not perfect, but I'm not minding how it looks right now.
I do like the way that right below where his head and mouth like really open like that is that like swirl of spaghetti.
Yeah.
It's nice.
I like that his sunglasses just like become part of the meatball too.
Mm-hmm.
And he kind of looks like a genie.
Also, the Sistine Chapel took more than a few hours, so.
These things take time.
Actually, yeah, I kind of like it how it is right now.
There you go.
got to try. And in the meantime, let's put Guy Fieri on.
A potato.
Pasta. What?
I was contributing to your song.
No, put him on a potato?
Yeah.
Well, in
I
that
wanted
case,
it to
we should
rhyme
probably.
so bad.
What?
I wanted it to rhyme so bad.
I know, I didn't really get the rhyme. But I didn't really know what to do with this to rhyme it. I don't know. There's nothing. Spaghetti, Fieri, guy. Oh, yeah.
Spaghetti on a pizza pie. No, I don't know.
No, but we got the guy in there. I really screwed it up. I could have easily gotten it.
Guy Fieri. I should have done pie Fieri and put him on a pie.
Oh, that would be good.
I don't know. Guy Spaghetti also works.
Let's
Funny.
put Guy Fieri on a pie.
Pie Fieri. We'll come back to this at a later date. I'm tired. I really like Snoop Dogg, and I'm going to post this on my Instagram.
And just to reiterate for those who missed it earlier, we got a hashtag. You can try to get this trending with Corn Doggy Dog.
Corn Doggy Dog.
All right. Well, I think it's time for.
Yeah, it kind of seems like it's that time, isn't it? I really gotta get this figured out a little bit better.
I'm going to dance to the end of the song.
That's fun. I'm gonna try to position myself in a way that it looks like I'm your head while you're dancing here.
I'm going to like squat though. All right, I got this.
Well, that was a hot show. Thank you for coming down. That was the hot show. Thank y'all for sticking around. I hope you had some fun, but now the show is done. So go on and get a corn dog.
It's too late for me to get a corn dog.
Ha! Corny dog!